Hey folks! Welcome back to some more Senran Kagura Bust! On our last episode, Homura and the gang tried oh so hard to make Hikage laugh, or to quite simply crack a smile, but to no avail. So, with that wee tidbit in mind, let us continue henceforth. And hello there, Missa. How are you doing on this fine day? What a lively bunch. It's good to take a break, but don't lose sight of your duties. Oh yes, such duties that include, but not limited to, adjusting the volume settings. Befitting a shinobi indeed. Righty-ho. Oh, there's my darling. Weird. My technique isn't improving, and after I did all that training too. Guess I still have a ways to go. Aye, especially when it comes to your seafood routine. Although, maybe that'll also improve when technology has advanced a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Right, time for a little Miss Beansprout over here. I wonder what we could do to get Hikage to crack a smile, or get angry for that matter. I wonder too, Hayomi. I wonder too, because she's pretty adamant about having no emotions at all. I love that Mirai is so sensitive. It makes picking on her so deliciously enjoyable. Sadistic are we today, Mistress Haruka? When did Mistress Haruka make that video? Now I need to install surveillance equipment in my room. Oh, Mirai. I'm sorry to say it, but that's not gonna work. It is Haruka after all. She'll find a way around it. Righty-ho, so where's Hikage to chat up a storm with? Oh, well, that answers my question. I'm fine like this, but perhaps spending time with everyone might not be so bad. Oh, by the way, that's not much of a storm. Now go to the mission select screen. Well, fine! I see how it is. And oh, already chapter 2. Nice! Fire Advisory. And we get to kickstart things off with Mirai as well at this chapter. Double nice! Mirai, whatever are you doing with a laptop in bed? Looking at naughty stuff? I doubt it. I'm curious. Haruka. What kind of test are we gonna do though? Oh, start things up with some giggles.
Mirai, どうしたの? パソコン眺めてニヤニヤして。
Pray tell, you cute munchkin.
はるか様、今ヘビジョの悪人 BBS を読んでたの。あら、うちの生徒が書き込めるネット掲示板ね。私、面と向かって人と話すの苦手だから、こうやってネットで友達になれそうな人を探してるの。
That does make it quite a ways easier for some people, though.
ネットならそんなに緊張しないし、ヘビジョにも結構同じ趣味の人がいるんだ。
And hopefully by proxy, you might eventually get used to talking them so much that you'll eventually want to meet them face to face. I mean, heck, some of my bestest friends came from online.
友達になってくれる人がたくさんできるといいな。なるほどなるほど。それじゃ私も一肌脱いじゃおっかな。パソコンちょっと貸してね。はるか様？これでよしと。何を書き込んだの？今すぐ勝負するやつはいないか。この腰抜けども、私の首を刈ってみろ。
But why though?
て書き込んだわ。
Oh yeah! It's, you know, a life or death scenario. Totally not serious. Just kidding.
ほら、もう遠くの方から声が聞こえるわよ。
Man, word travels fast.
未来ちゃんって。ちょっと待ってよ。目が血走ってるじゃない。これで友達いっぱいできるわね。よかったよかった。もう戦うしかないってこと？
Unfortunately, yes. Dang it, Haruka, you and your shenanigans! But they're amusing nonetheless. So it goes both ways. So that's the test, though. At least that answered my earlier question. Just one big old misunderstanding. Just make sure that they're friendly. And are willing to become Swiss cheese. Oh my, some lassies and bloomers though. They're new. A whole bunch of them too. This really isn't that efficient whenever there's a group of enemies. Uh-oh. Oh no, Hikage clones. Not a fan of these ones. They're quite speedy. What? They have those like little hidden trapdoors too? Dang. Sneaky, ain't they? Oh my lordy! That felt like Hikage is doing a number on me! I'm so low! Any more? Uh-oh. Ask you shall receive, I suppose. Well, I can always try and level up from an enemy or two. Kinda wish I had more in the way of crowd control, though. Because Mirai, that generally hasn't been her specialty, but oh. That you did! A C rank! And here I was talking of a big game about getting many A's. Man. Going against my words. At least it ain't a D for Dave. Yet. And don't blow your house down!
あら、ダメじゃない未来。お友達候補全員やっつけちゃうなんて。
Oh yeah, you should have just accepted them with open arms and an exposed back. Ripe for the backstabbing.
私の首を取りに来るお友達なんていらないよ。あら、そう。ごめんね、未来。インターネットって怖いのね。
Look, just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right. It is a scary place, but... Agreed, actually. Oh, man. See, it's because of Haruka that I got that C rank. It was nothing to do with my ability to play the game. At all. Nope. No siree. It was rigged. I got bamboozled. Oh my gosh, they've changed positions again? More dialogue ahoy! Oh dear, and I thought I'd done everything right. The internet is serious business. Yeah, you got that right. Hello, darling. What? The school's online forums? Sorry, I don't really go for that sort of thing. You're a more direct person after all. Mirai's done well searching for a training partner in the Hebijo online forums. Alright. Where's Little Miss Beat Sprout? Oh, and my Hokage. Sorry. Almost forgot about you. I was kind of being up the bootleg variant of yours, you know? Is it fun to talk to strangers on the internet? I guess maybe it is. I would know. What's fun? Huh. The internet is just scary. I once tried a beet sprout cultivation method I read about online, and the results were not pretty. Oh, you're so gullible. Okay. Okay, who shall we be? You know what? Havraka. Actually, let me double check one thing. How much HP does Mirai have? Oh, Dilly, she's gonna be a frail lassie throughout this playthrough, ain't she? Yeah, when a level 2 Yomi is almost as sturdy as you. Oh boy. Technically sturdier because more defense. Okay. I mean, she has raged, I suppose. Right, where's Mirai? Oh, there you are. Mistress Haruka seriously twisted? That she is. But even so, I still like her a whole ton. Right. Yes, more Yomi action! Wait, a tournament? Are we already in the fabled tournament talk? Yes! Leave none behind. There's an awesome tourney going on at the school district. I mean, shops district. Sorry, typo. What kind? That's for you to find out. Tot's a valley girl, by the way. A dry breeze blows through the shops district. As I quietly walk through, I feel myself surrounded by people who are out for blood. Despite their faces, these are not normal people. I can tell. I can sense their skill. But I will not be defeated. I'm Yomi, and I'm a second-year student. This is a fight I must win. I open the flyer that's clutched in my hands. Written on it in large red letters is the following. The 2nd Annual Ultimate Eating Championship! I picked up this flyer yesterday. At the time, I had only a single yen to my name. 1 yen will not buy bean sprouts, however affordable they may be, so I was almost delirious with hunger. I considered eating wild herbs, but that is for other people to consume. The idea of me eating them was simply out of the question. Ah, but puddle water ain't! Normally, I would go to the supermarket and partake of the free samples they give out. But they figured out my strategy, and now I'm on their list of dangerous people. Lately, they've been putting away the samples as soon as they see my face. Oh, ain't that unfortunate? That's my favorite expression. Wait, down! Why don't keep a head held high? By keeping your head low and looking at the ground, you might actually find the money you need. Oh, but of course. That's exactly what I was doing when I discovered this flyer. You know, it was actually something similar for me back in my younger years. Except instead of money, I was actively looking for things like beetles. Yeah, I always liked bringing them home. My family wasn't too pleased when I brought home a huge one though. The grand prize for this tournament is all the food in the shops district that is just past its expiration date. Just past its expiration date. What a luxury that would be. Unless it's rotten, a meal is a meal. Just being able to eat my fill would be a spectacular prize. With a gnawing sense of obligation, I signed myself up to participate. The chairman of the shops district steps up onto the stage they had set up for the occasion. There are 8 contestants, including myself. The chairman explains the rules to us. The competition is finally going to begin. I'm ready for this. Since I've been eating so poorly, my stomach has shrunk a fair bit, so I drank a ton of water last night. That should have expanded it again. Aside from myself, there are 2 other girls in the competition. I wonder who they could be. One looks like a heavy eater, while the other is a beautiful girl who doesn't seem to fit in. The chairman introduces each of the contestants. The girl's name is apparently Ikaruga. What? She has long, black hair and a noble presence. So wait, in this arc, this is the first we meet Ikaruga? Huh. Judging by the quality of her school uniform, it looks like it was tailor-made for her. Beautiful, elegant, high class. I detest such things! With tailor-made clothing. Just thinking about it makes me irritated. The rich deserve only death. That is my principle. Once the opening ceremony finishes, I stop the girl. She looks flustered and bothered at having to respond. Our conversation is interrupted by a high-spirited girl. She seems to be a friend of the princess. Oh, it's Kat! See, I was thinking it was maybe her? Potentially? But it could have just been some random side gal. Then again, random and side gal do kind of fit Katsuragi in the scenario. They speak to each other like close friends. They don't even notice the burning hatred radiating from me. Spoiled princesses deserve only death. That is another of my principles. But if I cause an uproar in the front of all of these people, they'll probably cancel the competition. Though all I want is blood, I was able to hold back. I asked, forcing a smile onto my face. The princess looks flustered again, while Katsuragi takes it upon herself to offer up an answer. Oh, that's why. I knew it. What a typical carefree reason to enter. Even if the princess won, she'd likely just throw away the prize without a thought. I can't forgive such arrogance. But really, her reason doesn't matter. I'll be the one winning today. I introduce myself to the princess and quickly remove myself from the conversation. An eating competition is really a one-on-one battle. The 8 contestants are divided into A block and B block, with myself on A and that girl on B. What a coincidence! If it comes down to us squaring off, it'll be in the final round. But that's not really likely. No spoiled princess would ever be able to win an eating competition. They call my name and I walk up on stage. My first opponent is a guy in a white school uniform. He looks unhealthy, like he's barely seen the sun. Really? Murasame? He got 8th place in a kunai and chain competition. What a very strange person. Best ignore him. Oh no, sorry, it's not kunai and chain. I was thinking of something else. Sickle and chain. I refuse to engage him, sitting calmly in my chair waiting for the start of the match. But something seems amiss. We keep waiting, but the food isn't being brought out. I look backstage and see the chairman rushing around. Something must be wrong. After a bit longer, they bring out a heaping mountain of cabbage cores. The chairman bows his head and begins speaking in a low voice. He tells us that the first round's challenge was apparently to eat a whole cabbage, but all that's left are cabbage cores. Well, you can back out now. I'll only do a wee nick to your pride. Murasame makes no attempt to hide his disdain. His attitude is really getting on my nerves. Cabbage cores are high quality foods. They're filling and have a delightful texture. The idea of eating only the leaves of cabbage always struck me as ignorant. The leaves are, of course, delicious, but the cores deserve no less respect. Hey, it seems to be a normal place for you, buddy. I don't understand what's going on, but Murasame's eyes have become thoroughly bloodshot. No thanks! With both parties raring to go, the match begins. I take a mouthful of the core. That heavy texture. That sweet earthy aroma. Its unique sweetness fills my mouth. It's splendid. Cabbage cores are food fit for a king. Lost in ecstasy, I tap on my plate. Little did I know, I've eaten it all. I offer my profound thanks to the earth for its blessings, and the chairman raises my right hand. I look to my side and see that Murasame has fainted with his mouth stuffed with cabbage cores. He seemed to have suffered from oxygen deprivation. Seems the first round was no challenge at all. Oof! The little princess rushes to Murasame's side. Brother? These two are siblings? I don't see much of a resemblance. But come to think of it, they do both give the impression of being rich and spoiled. The princess drops to her knees at Murasami's side, extending a hand to help stabilize him. Murasami viciously slaps her hand away. Ungrateful, ain't ya?
触るな。お兄様。まともな家族だけだ。
After the sharp remark, he dashes out of the area. Seems like her big brother has no love for her. She clenches her lips and returns to the B block stage.
では、お嬢様の食べっぷりを見させてもらいましょうか。
I decide to go watch her match.
イカルだ。いけ。
With her friends encouraging her, the princess stuffs her face full of cabbage cores.
休むな。休んだら負けだぞ。
Though she's eating cleanly, she's pretty fast. She gradually distances herself from her opponent. Oh, having a wee baby too! As she finishes the last core, she delicately wipes her mouth with a napkin.
やったな、イカルだ。お祝いにおっぱい飲んでやるぜ。
No thanks!
結構です。
With the match ended, she exchanges banter with her friends. She's very composed. However, the competition's only just begun. The real test of her fortitude will be in the finals. Let's see just how well this little princess holds up. As I sit down for the semi-finals, a huge shadow covers my vision. Whom could it be? I lift my gaze to behold a woman who looks like a sumo wrestler. Oh my!
よろしくお願いいたします。
A girthy lady, eh? Sumo woman laughs scornfully at me and takes her seat. I have a rather unpleasant feeling. Again, we sit and wait for food to arrive. Again, it doesn't appear. Becoming irritated with the event planning, the flustered chairman gets on stage.
どうなされたんですね。
He begins to explain the situation, tears in his eyes. Apparently, the second round's food was supposed to be popcorn, but in the storehouse they found only hornet larvae instead, boiled in soy sauce. Did the delivery person make a mistake? How do you mix up popcorn with hornet larvae? Or maybe it was a prank. Regardless, for the competition to continue, they'd have to serve us hornet larvae, boiled in soy sauce. Sumo woman starts bellowing laughter at the extremely embarrassed chairman.
いいじゃないか、八の子。私をやってやるよ。
She gives me another fleeting glance.
だけど、そっちのお嬢ちゃんは蜂の子なんて食べられるか？危険したっていいんだぜ。
Them fighting words, though.
心配はご無用です。
Hornet larvae are nutritious, like milk of the forest. The very idea of forfeiting is ridiculous. And so, they bring before me a heaping mound of hornet larvae. I hear shrieks of disgust from the audience. Whatever, one shouldn't judge food before trying it. Yeah, sometimes the not so appealing looking food is actually some of the most delicious to your taste buds. The chairman announces the start of the match. This will decide the winner of a block. Of a block. No, a block. Sumo Woman eats the larvae one by one, her face twisted into a disgusted grimace. She manages to remain composed, though appearance can be deceiving. I stick my hands into the mountain of hornet larvae and scoop them into my hands. Then, as if drinking water from my hands, pour it into my mouth. Ooh. The place bursts into a bizarre commotion as the chairman raises my hands. Sumo Woman's face flushes a deep red and she leaves the stage. Gripe all you want, you still lost. When you're outmatched, you should back down. Now to see how B block turns out. Who knew? The princess's friend is overjoyed and hugs her. Frankly, I'm surprised. I never would have thought the princess could stomach hornet larvae. I walk over to the princess and ask her a question. She answered with a slight smile. Aw. Dang it! Now you got me curious about them. It's just the kind of delicacy I'd expect a walking endorsement of capitalism to indulge in. I'm silently fuming. What a vile, twisted, superficial, yes, life that must be. Just thinking about this little princess being so spoiled makes me want to. She hasn't the slightest clue what's going on in my head, so she offers me an elegant smile and extends her hand to me. I gently take her hand and shake it. No, all I want to do is crush her fingers into powder. I would get far more enjoyment out of delivering a crushing defeat. We both step onto the stage where, kneeling on the ground, the chairman waits. He attempts to explain the situation, repeatedly touching his forehead to the stage. The final round was supposed to be a never-ending bowl of soba noodles. Upon looking backstage for them, however, the noodles were nowhere to be found. Instead, he explained we would be eating massive earthworms. Well, at least they're nice and long and slender. And censored. The princess's previously calm face drops and quickly turns pale. At her words, the chairman shakes his head. He explains that all of the soba noodles in the area had been cleaned out for the tournament. Her pathetic request sends my blood boiling. You've got to be kidding me! Why does not simply stop a tournament this far in? Your face says otherwise, Yomi! After that outburst, suddenly all eyes are on me. Princess is so shocked that she can't even speak. Please forfeit, princess. Even I can't handle eating earthworms. I begin fervently praying that she'll forfeit.
棄権する
Yes! I am prepared to strike a triumphant pose.
わけがありません
Oh, there's the full CG now. There's the chairman set. Nice hair, by the way. As she says this, I know as she's sweating bullets.
よそれでこそイカルだ
Yeah, you eat those earthworms real good. Her friend cuts Ruggy brims with carefree enthusiasm. The spectators go wild. This is definitely a turn for the worse. Maybe I should have called attention to myself.
どうしました顔色が悪いですよ
Likewise to you too.
そうですか
We gaze levelly at each other. Her face is covered in a cold sweat. I suspect mine is no different. Both of us could tell we were bluffing. Finally, they put the bowls down before us. I peer timidly into mine. And from the soup, they're wriggling. The worms are squirming around. No way! Absolutely not! My mind is screaming at me. And yet, without even noticing it, my hands take hold of the chopsticks. That's right. I've come too far to back down now. Prize or no prize, I'd rather die than let that princess beat me. I bring the bowl up to my lips. You can do it the poverty way! I believe in you!
参りました
Much to my surprise, the princess has lowered her head.
あなたの勝ちです
I let out a massive sigh of relief. It's not the finale I'd hoped for, but any victory. Still, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. The princess softly asks me,
その勝利への執念一体どこから生まれてくるのですか
話したところでお嬢様には理解できませんわ
That's right. You could never, ever understand. Only those who have walked through the desert of poverty, hunger, and thirst could understand. An angry voice suddenly burst forth.
こんな大会ぶっ潰してやる
Oh, bug off! You've already lost. I turn to look, and the sumo woman from before is back, and this time she's brought a lot of friends.
なるほど読めましたわ
Without even hearing the princess's reply, I've already figured out what's going on. Most likely, all of the problems during the competition have been the work of Sumo Woman. She swapped out all the food with something odd to ensure that she'd be the one to win. That has to be it. The princess takes a step forward in anger. I raise a hand to stop her. My anger is no less than hers. They got in the way of our match.
ここは私にお嬢様はお下がりください
In exchange for the princess, I'll work out my aggressions on Sumo Woman and her grunts. Back to delinquents! Huzzah!
それがたとえ大食いであっても 私の戦いにケチをつけた罪は重いですよ。
ヨミさん、一人で相手にするのは無茶です。
Oh, she's more than capable of handling them herself.
お嬢様、ご心配なく。大食い大会のおかげで私、珍しくお腹が満腹ですの。だから食後の運動をしないとならないのです。
食後の運動ですか。わかりました。ではここはお任せします。
ただし、ちょっとどこかに隠れていてもらえますか。私の食後の運動はかなり激しいので、お嬢様にはしたないところを見られたくないのです。
承知しました。では見えないところに隠れていましょう。
ありがとうございます。それでは思う存分暴れさせてもらいます。
It's go time! And this time we're getting an A rank. Yep. I've decided.
よみ、前順じます。任務開始。さあ、どっからでもかかってきなさい。
How about you, you delinquents? Woo!
こちらですよ。入りますわ。忍び、天使。まだまだこれからですわよ。
You know, looking at it again, her transformation animation isn't really that graceful, is it? It's pretty wild. I guess it's befitting of her current mindset right now, though. Oh my, that's a lot of delinquents. Well, no worries here, though. Also, one other thing of those delinquents. If they were capable of swapping all the food, could they have just stolen the prize? Like, at least the amount that they would need? Then again, there's a whole ton of them. They'd have to feed a small army. Yeah. Okay, okay, no. I ain't getting stun locked. No, thank you. Boop. Okay, Big Buffer, how you doing? Probably stunned, actually. Actually, there's some XP cards over there. I want them. Easy peasy! See? I did say I'd get A rank, and I delivered. This time, anyway. Oh, new accessory. A picture. A new term.
これで全部片付いたみたいですね。
驚きました。本当に一人でやってしまうなんて。大丈夫ですか、ユミさん。どこか怪我でも？
違います。お腹が減ってしまって。
You already burned all of those calories! No!
ちょっと張り切りすぎてしまいました。せっかくお腹いっぱいでしたのに。もったいない。すごくもったいないですわ。
But wait, didn't you win the competition? You're gonna get a bunch of food anyway, right?
驚きの消化機能ですね。
申し訳ありませんが、ここで失礼します。家に帰ってもやし炒めでも食べようと思いますので。
But you only have one yen to your name!
では、
もう行ってしまいました。ヨミさんか。
At least least they met on somewhat positive terms this time, unlike the Hanzo arc.
決めましたわ。
Yomi still did have the grudge, though. Of which only makes sense, however, because, well, it's Yomi.
おかえり。
But dang!
おかえり。おかえり。おかえりなさい。
That was quite the lengthy event, was it not? So, I think this shall be a good ending point. So, folks, thank y'all for watching this episode of Senran Kagura Burst, and I'll see y'all next time with some more life and hometown. Ta-ta for